Now I'm going to go to the root skin cluster, just do a little smoothing. Now that I gave some influence to the right joints, it's a little bit more responsive. It's not making a mess in that area because it knows exactly which other joints to share with, since I hinted at it. I'm going to follow the same strategy with this issue here and see who is impacting over there on the left side. Make sure it has. Let me start by getting rid of this influence. Have a better chance of getting our fold over there by just making sure all of them are extending to about the same level. But I'm still going to count on a corrective morph to truly polish that fold. This is definitely a joint I never kept track of. This lip joints. I don't know what that is. Let me take a look. All right, it must be some root controller that has access to all of them. I don't know why it ended up with this. And for all you know, this might be the major culprit. Let me start by doing some erasing of this influence here. I doubt it had anything. I think it was automatically assigned some of this stuff after I was subtracting from others. So I'm just going to do a replace and make sure this has nothing on the whole model. All right, so this would be an easy thing to figure out. I could add to see if, and let me turn this down so I can actually see the real values. Go to the root skin cluster. Okay. Seem to be back to a reasonable place. So I'll look at it with the texture, which is something I should have been doing from the beginning. See what we're looking like. Go back to hiding my joints. Let me clean this up a bit. I'm going to find out what I may have done over here to produce that. Okay, a little bit of a mess. Do a subtraction. And push these values so I can see what I've done. Yeah, I may have gone a little too crazy with the extending of that influence. All right, so that's a fair amount of cleaning over there. Let me to my results. Okay, at least it's clean. Let me just do some more smoothing to really get things to where they need to be. Now that I went in there and gave individual assignments to specific vertices, when you smooth, now it knows how to distribute between them properly. Initially, when those vertices are not being shared to the correct people and you start smoothing, it just says, okay, let me give it to any one of these many joints in this area. And that's when issues arise and the smoothing doesn't work properly. So you just have to establish some assignments, which joints are supposed to be sharing the vertices. This has to be the hardest part of the skinning to fix. It's taking quite a few lessons to get this sorted out. I'm going to go for nice, clean topological result. And then I'm going to go into the driving system and see which of these other controls need to contribute to a smile to get things looking right. Because from the looks of things, something like this control here could, maybe not that one, but let me see this one. Yeah, these ones could all be adjusted to get a nice, clean lip result. So I will be adjusting all of those to further improve what the driving system is giving us as a smile. And I'll actually also be moving some of them down here so that we just wrap around the teeth better, play around with some other controls. I do also realize she has an underbite, so I might have undershot the rotation of the jaw a bit, because if I shut her mouth there, actually it's one of those like cute sort of pursed lips, but it's still an underbite though. So I could change it during animation and play around with it, so I'm not too worried about that. I might include that in the smile driving system, but I think I have enough controls here to move things around. If not this particular one, I just have to count on a more fix. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit more smoothing, and then we're going to jump right into making adjustments to the driving system so we can have a new place to work from to continue this polishing process. I have to admit, counting on joints for things like this, I never really was a fan of it. I never tried it, but now I know I'm definitely not a fan of it. It's very tough, but it is responsive though. This thing hasn't crashed once, and that's very impressive. For some of the operations I'm doing, skinning operations are very expensive, and it hasn't even thought about shutting down the application. So that's a good thing. Joints are efficient. And another thing I have to be careful about too is I keep dragging this thing all the way here. I don't know why. I seem to have forgotten that with this character, I have to be mindful about what a smile is. Even my old morph target, I don't extend all the way here. But for some reason, when it comes to this rig, I seem to be pushing way beyond even the iris. It's just simply too much. We definitely have to now move on to altering this driving system with these additional controls and just making these things work a lot better.